Hey friends, Chef Wainaina here. Welcome back guys, good to have you here. And today guys, I'm doing one of my most requested recipes by my fans, by my friends, especially you guys out there on my Facebook and WhatsApp groups. So you've asked me for Bhajias, and today this one right here is for you, my Bhajia recipe, which is just easy but with some added nuances here and there, just to uplift it and to make it much better. Just so you know guys, you're the reason I'm able to do this every single time. Your support, your following, your subscription means a lot to me, so thank you so much guys. So we'll go ahead and do our Bhajia, and I'm very sure you guys can do this in your own kitchen too, because the idea here is to share tips and ideas to make us better cooks in our own kitchen. But before I start, if you are new to this channel, if you are new here, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. It's really appreciated, so thank you. Let's go and do the prep work for this. So to start the Bhajia, I'm going to make sure that first I have a frying oil going on. So I have a shallow pan here. I'm going to fill it halfway with the vegetable oil. You can use any kind of vegetable oil that you have. Awesome. So to start my Bhajia recipe, I have a beautiful Yukon Gold potato here. I love Yukon Gold because they are firm when you fry them. They don't tend to break off easily, and yet they are very, very, very delicious inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel this one, and then using my mandolin, I'm going to slice it very thin. So I'm going to put that one aside, and then here I have this is garlic powder. I have onion powder here. That's a teaspoon each. I have ginger powder here. I have chili powder. This is a mix of a cumin and coriander spice. In this ramekin here, I have some black pepper. I have a pinch of turmeric. Actually, this is optional. You don't have to use it. I also have a pinch of salt here. The black pepper actually is gonna give us some black specks on our Bhajias. So if you want, you can substitute this with white pepper, or you can just omit it as well. But I like the taste in it. And then I have a bowl here. So what I'm going to do, so this is chickpea flour. Chickpea flour is a classic flour to use with the Bhajias. It gives you a very, very, very nice light butter. So I'm going to take out just 1 cup. That should be enough for our 1 potato. I'm going to add into this one tablespoon of AP or wheat flour, and then I'm also going to add just about another tablespoon. This is cornstarch. So the cornstarch and the wheat flour helps the chickpea flour to come together to make a nice, beautiful tempura. So what basically this is all it is. It's a tempura batter. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add all my spices in there. Everything goes in, no particular order. Once again, everything goes in. So this one gives you very, very, very big flavor, bold flavors. Chili powder gives you a kick. So as you always know, there is no Bhajia without cilantro or dhania in it. So I'm going to chop this dhania here, or cilantro. I like to combine this with some hint of onion. So I like scallions. And then I also like jalapeno. Definitely this is optional. This is for me. I just like to have that kick. And this gives you nice and texture on the potatoes. So to bring our Bhajia batter together, I'm going to stir it using a whisk here. Mix everything together. I like to use seltzer. This is a carbonated water. So this one has a lot of gas in it. It helps the batter to come together and make it more airy. So I'll need like maybe a cup or so. So this one, you are looking for the consistency of maybe the crepe. You are making maybe a crepe. So this is one batter you don't want to overdo, because you don't want the flours to develop gluten. So that's on the thick side, but I'm leaving it on the thick side because I'm going to add 2 cubes of ice. So this ice is definitely going to melt. So this one, I'm going to put this one in the fridge to have it rest, have it come together, and then I'm going to peel my potatoes. And then when it comes out, I'm going to add my cilantro, scallions, and jalapeno into it, and then toast it, and then start our bhajias. So once our potato is peeled, I'm going to take our mandolin here. This is a very, very, very sharp object. I'll set it on very low, almost like a coin thickness. I'm going to do a couple here, and then we are going to see. Yeah, that's good for me. That thickness. Let me cut a little bit more here as the potato gets thicker. So one potato actually gives you a lot of bhajias. Awesome. This is a good size for me. So this is, it's not too thin and it's not too thick. Easy to cook. It's gonna cook through and get coated very nicely with the butter. So I'll go ahead and finish slicing this. Awesome. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to toast this. I'll take out the excess starch on the potatoes. I'll drain this water and run it once more through clean cold water. So I rinsed those through cold water. So I have a clean kitchen towel here. Going to lay this over here. Get some paper towels. So all I'm going to do, I want to spread these potatoes here. So remember, moisture or water is the enemy of butters. So you want this to be as dry as you can. You don't want to add any more water to your batter. Pat this dry. I'm actually going to put them here. Just cover them so that the potatoes won't have to oxidize. And then we are ready to fry. I'll set up now my frying process. So I have a small bowl here. So in this bowl, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a baking paper or a parchment paper. I'm going to also put a paper towel on top. So this is where our fried bhajias will go. Once they come out from the oil, they'll go straight in there. You definitely need a spider. So just next to my frying pan, I set up my assembly line here. So this is my butter with the cilantro and everything in it, and that's our nicely dried potatoes. So all I do from here, I'll take a few of these potatoes, a few at a time, like a handful. That's enough. Just make sure that they go almost one by one into your batter, and then just with your hands, and then you wanna lift it, drain off the excess, and then this slowly drop it into your pan. Do a few at a time, and you'll be good. Oh, this is Bhajia operation. For those who do not know Bhajia, these are really loved. They are very delicious. You can have this one with a cup of chai, all by themselves. We are serving this with our chutney. I made a chutney. Watch out for the video of how to make ukwaju sauce. I have a video for it. We are going to serve this with that. So we are going to fry those first. So I always like to have a fork. A fork works for me. So I come in here, flip them. Oh, they look beautiful, nice, puffy. That's all you want, airy, but not doughy. So that is the difference when you use a seltzer. So what happens when the gas is heated in the oil, it expands. So it makes it hollow, nice and very fluffy. This takes about 4 minutes. We are going to give it a couple more minutes and we are done. The potatoes are very thin, so they don't take long to cook through. Look at that. So all I'm going to do here, I have my bowl lined with a parchment paper and paper towel, drain off the excess, and this is done. Bhajias, they are perfect, eaten straight from the fryer when they are nice steaming hot. That's it at their best. So I'm going to drop the next batch here, just like before, just a small handful. You don't want to do too much. So this butter here, the ice is still melting, so the butter is cold. So the longer the butter stands, definitely it starts developing gluten, and gluten makes your bhajias a little bit doughy. So there we go. It's easy. You can do this. I can't wait to taste this, guys, and I'm very sure you guys too can't wait to do this in your own kitchens. This for those who are not familiar with this, these are very, very, very popular snacks on the streets of Kenya, East Africa. They are really, really loved. So once again, go inside with your fork. Don't worry, they stick a little bit, but don't overcrowd the pan. That is the secret with the Bhajias. See, I almost ruined that one. I'm not a big fan of refrying this or blanching, as people say. This is something you want to fry all the way through because they are very, very, very light. The butter is very light, so if you take them out and then put them in, they tend to soak in oil. They become greasy. This is awesome. If they stick together a little bit, don't worry. You can have a double portion. What a nice way to enjoy potatoes. These ones and viazi karai, you'll never miss these ones if you go to the streets, especially Mombasa. I'll actually make viazi karai one of these fine days. I love them. So if you are frying a lot of these, definitely, the butter definitely tends to break a little bit. So what you need to do is have a fine strainer or a spider, a fine spider, and then just scoop off the butter particles that have separated from your Bhajias, and you'll all be good. Our Bhajias are done. Drain off the excess oil as always. Always, one other key thing, always try to keep them as warm as you can. So once they come out, hit them with some salt. This is optional, but I like to do this. Sprinkle them with some chili powder. So we are done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish the rest of the potatoes, and then we are going to serve. So our beautiful Bhajias right here, they are done. They are nice, they are very flaky. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. I'm gonna try one of these before I even plate them. They are nice, flaky. This is delicious. So they are not doughy. They are actually very good. The potatoes are perfectly cooked. They are just super delicious. Easy to cook, easy to make. It's quite a process, but if you master it, you are on your way to making very, very nice, delicious Bhajias. If you master this, you make it for your family or your friends. This is super, super, super delicious. I'll go ahead and put them in a bowl. Very crispy. That's what you want. Serve them in a bowl. Oh, you want that crackling. Oh my goodness. I'll pile this as high as I can. So I'm serving my Bhajias with my tamarind chutney or ukwaju sauce. I have a recipe for it. Watch out the video of how to make this. This is super delicious. It complements the Bhajias very well. You can also serve them with a very simple kachumbari style sauce. This is just tomatoes, jalapenos, cilantro. You can blend this one in a blender to make it a little bit chunky. These two goes very well. They are the classic flavors for the Bhajia. I'm just going to dip this into here. Taste it once again. You can never get enough of Bhajia. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I hope this is a recipe that you can be able to try in your own kitchen. Make yourself a master of Bhajias, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, leave me a like and a comment. I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you.